You sitting? What?
Oh man, you can do it however you comfortable. You want to sit down?
Yeah, sitting. I've been standing for a while.
Alright, man. Tell the world where we are. You know what I'm saying? Who you are?
My name is Steven Quinones, and they call me Coach Steve. I'm from the Palm Springs boxing program here in Palm Springs, California.
Okay, so what's some of your accomplishments that you made? While being a boxing coach.
Well, since my youth, I've been in the business. I was basically involved in a motorcycle accident when I was 21, lost the ability to continue my career in boxing, so therefore, as I rehabilitated my son, Steven Jr., kind of went in my footsteps and became an actual world champion. It was with a minor belt, but he became a world champion, and that's one of my accomplishments, is to put my son into this business. He was interested as a young person at age, probably about 7 years old when I started him.
Okay. So how many years you been doing this?
I've been doing this 55 years.
55 years?
Yep.
Dang, that's a lot.
I just turned 70, February the 12th.
What's the greatest moment you had while you did this?
Well, there's been a lot of great moments, especially with my young people here in the program. But in my business, I have met all the top boxers and champions in the world. I've been doing this, like I said, for 55 years. In that 55 years, Mondo Ramos has come across my way, Armando Muñiz, Little Red Lopez, the likes of Cesar Julio Chavez. We got to meet them and know them. My greatest admiration to a fighter was Salvador Sanchez. He was one of my favorites.
Okay.
Sad that he died before his prime, but we actually got to see him right before his prime, and that's what made him a great fighter.
Okay. What's one of the most, some rough things that you can go through as a coach?
I'm sorry?
What's some of the disappointing things that you've been through as a coach?
Disappointments are the ones where you work with children for many years, and you develop them, and then from childhood, from the time that they're able to put on a pair of gloves, and then all of a sudden they get to that point where they're professional material, and you get them to that point, and then they end up going the other way.
Oh, yeah.
And they disappoint you. You put so many years into them and investment into them that it becomes a basic failure for you. And that's the sad thing about this business. There's so many kids I've developed to achieve that positive and disciplinary action within their lives, and they get to a certain point, and then that's where you have drugs, alcohol, you have women. Those are the temptations of life as a young man is growing up, and basically, again, the most important thing, money. They want to make money, but they want to make it the easy way, so they end up in the streets with the gangs and selling drugs, and that's how I've lost a lot of my kids to drugs.
This is a quiet town. You have gang problems out here?
Yeah, we have a section of, well, I shouldn't say a section. There's a few sections, but the predominant, the most, I would say, biggest area is the north end of Palm Springs, and they have a lot of gangs out there, and it's just about it's probably less than a square mile of area, but yet it's the highest in crime, next to Desert Hot Springs, California.
Yeah.
It's pretty violent.
You say less than a mile, though.
Pardon me?
You said it's less than a mile to area?
Less than a square mile of area, and you have maybe 5 different gangs in that area.
Is that the Gateway community?
Gateway, yes, sir.
Yeah. So, what's the word of advice for an up-and-coming coach or fighter that you would give them?
Well, the advice I can give young people today, young men that are wanting to get into the sport, is that they have to be willing to sacrifice.
Okay.
And that comes from the very beginning of their youth. They got to be able to sacrifice all of their friends, time playing, time, being on the tablet and on the phone. They got to give all that up and put their time into the sport, because this sport is one of the only sports in the business that takes up 100% of your time. So if you're not willing to do that, don't even get into the sport. It's a waste of time. But boxing is one of the best conditioning sports in the business. And if you get involved all the way, and you'll become somebody.
So who are some famous people that y'all had sparring in this gym?
Well, in this gym, we've had Timothy Bradley, we've had, Manny Pacquiao come in and visit with my kids. I mean, I know there's names that go on and on, but, it's the important thing here is that when you meet these guys, they're going to tell you the same thing. It takes a heart of a lion and discipline and sacrifice.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate your time. You got any last thing that you want to say?
No, I don't know where this.
How can people reach you if they want to reach you?
If anybody would like to come into the Palm Springs area, if you're ever nearby, we are called the Palm Springs Boxing Club. We are here at Demuth Park Community Center, 3601 East Mesquite Avenue in Palm Springs, California, 92264. If you need to reach me, my phone number is 760-835-5048. My name again, Coach Steve.
All right, I appreciate you, Coach Steve. You do social media or no?
No, we don't. I don't know why, but we haven't gotten on social media yet.
Okay, all right. Appreciate that, Coach Steve.
Thank you. Appreciate it.